Good morning, everybody. Nishchit Gowda, unmute yourself and tell me the screen is visible and audible. Nishchit Gowda. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Okay. Very good morning. Say, this is the last module, fifth module. Here you will study the other two process of joining, that is soldering and brazing, and metallurgical aspects of welding in case of arc welding, gas welding, and other special welding. The metallurgical aspects, that is the structure in the joint. So these things you have to study here, and afterwards the important inspection methods used in the welding. Say in some of the components they require the pressure tight or leak proof joint. So in that case the inspection of joint is very important. For that reason, in this chapter you study the structure of the weld and the types of electrodes, soldering and brazing process, and also the gas welding process. Say your second semester you have studied gas welding, oxyacetylene, but here you are studying oxyacetylene along with that oxyhydrogen and oil and acetylene welding process, and also cutting process using oxyacetylene torch or flame, how to cut the metal sheets or metal. And next inspection methods, the special type of inspection method, the visual inspection, magnetic particle test, fluorescent test, ultrasonic test, radiography, and eddy current list. Like that, you have the inspection method. In that, you study the inspection methods used in welding. So these are the portions you have to study in this chapter. Now, all of you, please write down the title, Structure of the Weld. Structure of the weld. First topic in this chapter is structure of welds. Write down the rough diagram. Rough diagram. Rough diagram of structure of weld. And all of you observe here. All of you observe here. This is the workpiece, and HAZ for mechanical engineers. HAZ is very, very important. Write down. Heat affected zone. AFFECTED. AFFECTED. Heat affected zone. All of you, please write down the rough diagram of structure of weld. Say this is the workpiece or base metal, and all of you observe here coarse grains. Coarse grains, after the solidification, the structure formed. Structure formed, and in between the left and right side, there will be a heat affected zone, that is fusion line. That is the fusion of base metal along with the filler metal takes place. And all of you observe here, these dots represent the equiaxed grains, and this is columnar grains. Columnar grains. After solidification process of the joint, that is the transformation from liquid phase to solid phase of the joint, these equiaxed grains and columnar grains becomes coarse grains. One thing you remember, say the structure of the workpiece, for example, FCC or BCC or HCP. In welding joint, in the weld joint, also we expect the same structure. Suppose if you use the same type of workpiece metal or base metal, then you can change the structure of the joint by heat treatment or other processes. You can change the structure of the joint is possible. So that is very, very important. That is, the structure can be formed in the welded joint that is present in the workpiece. The same type of structure can be obtained in the joint is possible by heat treatment or some other type of stresses. Applying stresses on the joint, you can change the structure of the joint is possible. This is the diagram of the structure of the weld. Please all of you write down the question. Explain briefly The structure of the weld. Structure of the weld. Structure of the weld. Structure of the weld. Say once again, say these two are workpiece or base metal. This is from center point or little bit 1 millimeter or 2 millimeter from the center. The heat affect the edge of the workpiece, that is called heat affected zone. HAZ, heat affected zone, that's called HAZ. And the fusion line, the fusion of filler metal, filler rod along with the workpiece metal takes place in the fusion line, and the pillar metal fills the gap between the workpiece and makes the structure. So after solidification process, the same type of grinds is formed in the workpiece. As the solidification process proceeds, all of you observe here, first columnar grinds are formed which grow in size, and afterwards which forms the equiaxed grinds. After completion of the growth of the equiaxed grinds, coarse grinds are formed. After formation of coarse grinds, the structure is formed in the joint. One thing you remember, the structure of the workpiece, whether the structure of the workpiece is FCC or BCC or HCP, the same type of structure can be produced in the joint by heat treatment process or applying the stress on the joint. Also, you can change the structure of the weld is possible. This is the structure of the weld. Next, you write down formation of different zones in welding. Different zones in welding. Please write down the diagram. Please write down the diagram. Show the three zones. Remember, in your lifetime, in welding process, particularly in arc welding and gas welding, we observe three zones. One is zone, fusion zone. Other one, base metal zone. Third one, heat affected zone.
Sir,
wait
sir,
ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರಾ?
wait ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ sir.
Okay, okay. All of you, please write down the formation of different zones in welding. Different zones in welding. Write down this diagram. Clearly show 3 zones. Number 1, fusion zone. Number 2, base metal zone. Number 3, heat affected zone, HAZ. HAZ, and also show the weld workpiece and weld direction. Weld direction. Write down few points. During welding, when the, during welding, put a comma, when the heat interacts with the workpiece, workpiece material, comma, with the workpiece material, comma, due to the flow of temperature, in the material, varies from region to region, resulting in 3 distinct reasons. Three distinct reasons or zones. They are, write down one by one. Number one, fusion zone. Number two, heat affected zone. Next line, write down. Number 3, base metal zone. So before that, in number 2, heat affected zone, in bracket write down in uppercase letters HAZ. Next line, write down number 3, base metal zone. In bracket write down unaffected. Close the bracket. Now, the explanation for fusion zone you have here. So first go through the explanation. What is a fusion zone? Fusion of the workpieces edges, surface to be joined by arc welding or by gas welding. The joints are formed. How do you form the joint? First point, that is by making the liquid of the edge of the workpiece material at the surface of the joint or the ends of the joints are to be made liquid. By the application of heat, you can join. The name itself indicates fusion. Fusion means create the liquid, make the liquid. How do you make the liquid of the edges? By providing heat, you can make the liquid of the edges of the workpiece so that you can make the joint. So that is fusion zone. Fusion, the name itself indicates mixing, fusion of workpiece with the welding rod or filler rod. Welding rod or filler rod. That is called fusion zone. Next, come to the point of very important for you just to write down zone 1 colon fusion zone. You have explanation here. You can write it afterwards. Next line, write down heat affected zone, HAZ. You have the title heat affected. Say, what is the difference between effect and affect? Effect, 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 and affect, AFFECT, AFFECT. Effect means, so one thing I will tell you, the effect of temperature, the effect of temperature. What is the difference between these two? Effect of temperature means if there is a change in the structure or phase or anything, that is effect. The affect means, the affect is the dangerous word. From that, there will be a affecting the danger. That the word affect indicates the danger, creates a abnormal situation. The word affect, AFFECT, the changing the abnormal situation or creating abnormal situation. That's the dangerous word, affect. Effect, EFFECT, is the effect of temperature, effect of cold, effect of sunlight, like that. The word is used for effect of something to the system. The effect is EFFECT is the good word and AFFECT is the bad word. So the bad word affect is used only in the situation you have the abnormal situation. All of you remember, the affect word should not use in sentence, only where particularly or compulsorily you require the word affect, then only use the affect. Otherwise, use the word effect, EFFECT. The heat affected zone, the area or region which is affected by the temperature, which creates the heat affected zone. Effect of temperature, which creates the HAZ or heat affected zone. So this is a very important for mechanical engineers. The effect of temperature on the welding produces heat affected zone. Heat affected zone. Next, come to the point, the base metal zone. So this base metal zone, left side and right side, the joints formed between the workpiece which are not affected by the temperature or heat used for making the joint. For that reason, the base metal zone, we call it as unaffected zone. Unaffected zone. Please all of you write down the diagram, the formation of different zones in welding. Different zones in welding. Please all of you write down the question. What is what is HAZ? Always write this word in uppercase letters. What is has, HAZ? Put a question mark. Put a question mark. Explain briefly. Explain briefly with neat sketch. Explain briefly with neat sketch. neat sketch the formation of different zones in arc welding. Different zones in arc welding. All of you mark it, very, very important. Almost to all the question paper, you have this question in the examination. Different zones formed in welding process. Welding process, different zones formed in welding process. So this is the explanation for heat affected zone. Heat affected zone. In bracket, write down HAZ. Write down the title, heat affected zone. Few factors which influence the heat affected zone in welding. They are, write down, number 1, thermal diffusivity. Thermal diffusivity. Number 1, thermal diffusivity. Remember the word thermal. Thermal means, once if you observe the word thermal, you must have the heat in your mind. Diffusivity means the atoms moves from higher concentration to lower concentration. Say if you burn the agarbatti or the dhoop in your puja home, what will happen? The smoke coming from the agarbatti or dhoop move from puja home to the hall, puja home to the outside, like this. That is nothing but when you burn the dhoop or agarbatti, which produces the atoms in the air, which moves from high concentration area to the low concentration. Puja room, in that the smoke which covers the area, that becomes high concentration area, and then the atoms moves to the hall, that becomes lower concentration area. So like that, the word diffusion is nothing but movement of atoms from high concentration area to low concentration area. This is a very, very important in solidification. The solidification of a joint in arc welding or gas welding leads to the slower cooling of the joint. Slower cooling of the joint because of low diffusivity. The movement of atoms from one region to the other region is slow. Due to that, the slow cooling takes place, which makes a larger heat affected zone in welding. Larger heat affected zone in welding. The thermal diffusivity is very, very important for the HAZ, heat affected zone. Remember, low diffusivity leads to the slow cooling, in turn which makes a larger heat affected zone. Next, come to the point, the second one, write down heat input. Heat input. One thing you remember, how do you provide the heat in case of arc welding or in case of gas welding? So in gas welding, you burn oxyacetylene in the torch and you provide the heat to the joint. In arc welding, due to the current, electrical current, an arc is established between the electrode and the joint.
that arc has the temperature of more than 3000 degrees centigrade, which is maximum enough to burn the edges of the workpiece. Like this, you provide the heat input to the welding process. That is nothing but the difference in heat input in arc welding and gas welding are different. So this is the heat input in the welding process which makes the heat affected zone. Say one thing, in the arc established between the joint, you cannot create the arc exactly at the joint. There may be a deflection, or there may be a movement of arc left side and right side, forward and backward direction, so that which creates the heat affected zone along with the joint. Next, welding speed. Say this is also very, very important. Please all of you write down. Number 3, welding speed. Say slow welding. Remember, the rapid welding or fast welding, which creates small HAZ, heat affected zone. Suppose if you weld in slow speed, which creates larger heat affected zone. Remember, 3 factors which influence the heat affected zone. Write down the title, factors which influence the heat affected zone. Write down. Number 1, thermal diffusivity. Number 2, heat input. Number 3, welding speed. Welding speed. The thermal diffusivity is low due to that the slow cooling of joint takes place, which leads to the formation of larger heat affected zone. And next, heat input. In case of gas welding, in case of arc welding, you cannot create the arc in the exactly at the center. There may be movement of arc left side and right side. Due to that, there will be a heat affected zone. In the same way, in gas welding, you cannot heat the joint area or joint surface, but there will be movement of flame right side and left side, which creates the heat affected zone. The heat input is also very, very important. Next, come to the point of welding speed. The speed of the welding is also very, very important. Slow cooling and also slow welding creates a larger heat affected zone in welding. Write down a question. Explain factors which influence the heat affected zone. Heat affected zone. In few question paper, you have this question. For this question, write down what is a heat affected zone. Then write the 3 factors. 1, thermal diffusivity. Number 2, heat input. Number 3, welding speed. Next, write down effect of carbon content. Effect of carbon content. Effect of carbon content on structure and properties of steel. Effect of carbon content on structure and properties of steel. Properties of steel. This is very, very important. Say, if you join alloy steel, stainless steel, or low carbon steel or any other special steel, the major amount of metal present in steel is carbon. Steel is carbon. Along with that, always they add sulfur, manganese, phosphorus, tungsten, chromium, vanadium, molybdenum, like that. One thing, make it clear, if you add the alloying element, you can provide the properties in the steel. You can create the properties in the steel. The mechanical properties are hardness, strength, weldability, corrosion resistance, wear resistance, endurance limit, and many more properties can be imported in the steel. That's possible. If you go on adding the alloying element, you can have more mechanical properties. One thing, the carbon content in the steel is very, very important. From that only you can see the structure of the steel, whether it may be FCC or BCC or HCP. Remember, the structure of the properties mainly affected by the carbon content in the steel, carbon content in the steel, and also the hardness, the mechanical properties is mainly the hardness of the steel depends on the percentage of carbon. Say if the more carbon content present in steel, the hardness is high or very, very high. So for that reason, the effect of carbon in the steel is very, very important. For that reason, if the carbon content is more in the steel, the hardness is also increases. So for that reason, the carbon content and other alloying elements present in the steel which affect the properties and structure of the steel. Please write down the title, effect of carbon content on structure and properties of steel, comma, explain briefly. Explain briefly. Next, write down shrinkage in weld. Shrinkage in weld. Shrinkage in weld. So now I stop at this stage. I will continue in the next class. Now all of you please write down your name and USN. And one more important announcement. Today I will give you the assignment questions. Assignment questions. Assignment number 1 and assignment number 2. Write down in A4 size sheet and upload that. I will give you Google Classroom link. Upload the assignment. As per the order from the VTU, as per the circular from the VTU, we have to give 2 assignments. Each assignment carries 5 marks. I will give you only few questions. For that, you write down questions along with that answers in a A4 size sheet. In the top, write down your name, USN and section.
ಸರ್
ಹೇಳಮ್ಮ.
ಸರ್ ಅದು ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ಗೂಗಲ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ರೂಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕಿದಿರಲ್ಲ ಸರ್, ಅದು ಮರ್ಜ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಸರ್, ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ಓದಕ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ ಸರ್.
ಈಗ ನೀನೇ ಐಡಿಯಾ ಕೊಡಮ್ಮ, ಹೆಂಗ್ ಕಳಿಸ್ಕೊಡ್ಲಿ? ವಾಟ್ಸಪ್ಪಿಗೆ ಹಾಕ್ಲಾ?
ಹಾ ಸರ್ ವಾಟ್ಸಪ್ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ ಬೆಟರ್ ಸರ್, ಬಟ್ ಅದು ಫುಲ್ ಓದಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗಲ್ಲ ಸರ್, ಮರ್ಜ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ ಪೂರ್ತಿ ಲೆಟರ್ಸ್
ಬೇಡ
ಎಲ್ಲ
ಬೇಡ, ಅಲ್ಲ ಫುಲ್ ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ವರ್ಡ್ ಇಂದೇ ಹಾಕ್ತೀನಿ ಇವತ್ತು.
ಹಾ ಸರ್, ಓಕೆ ಸರ್, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಸರ್.
ಫುಲ್ ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ಯೂಲ್ 1 ಇಂದ ಮಾಡ್ಯೂಲ್ 5 ವರೆಗೆ ವರ್ಡ್ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀನಿ ನೆನ್ನೆ, ಅದನ್ನ ಹಾಕ್ತೀನಿ ಇವತ್ತು.
ಹಾ ಸರ್, ಓಕೆ ಸರ್, ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ರೂಮ್ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ ಬೆಟರ್ ಸರ್.
ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ರೂಮ್ಗೂ ಹಾಕ್ತೀನಿ, ವಾಟ್ಸಪ್ಗೂ ಹಾಕ್ತೀನಿ.
ಹಾ ಸರ್, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಸರ್.
ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇದು ಹೋಗಲ್ಲ ಬಿಡ, ಅಷ್ಟು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಫೈಲ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಲ್ಲ, ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಇಮೇಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಲ್ಲ. ಹಾಕ್ತೀನಿ ಇವತ್ತು, ಹಾಕ್ತೀನಮ್ಮ. ಹಾ, all of you unmute yourself, answer roll call. Hemant,
Present, sir.
Jnanesh,
Yes sir.
Akash,
Yes, sir.
Karthik MK,
Yes, sir.
Nutan, Prathamesh,
Present, sir.
Dhanush, Manoj,
Yes, sir.
Kumar Swami,
Yes, sir.
Adil,
Present, sir.
Pavan,
Present, sir.
Bhairappa Hegde, Atal,
Yes, sir.
Abhiram,
Yes, sir.
Karthik,
Yes, sir.
Danish, Harsha MR,
Present, sir.
Sushant,
Yes, sir.
Krutik K,
Sir.
Vivekanand,
Yes, sir.
Jishan,
Present, sir.
Nishchit,
Present, sir.
Chhatrapati,
Yes, sir.
Pratik S,
Yes, sir.
Bhagat,
Yes,
Chetan,
sir.
Abhilash, Sharath Madik, Lohit Kumar,
Yes, sir.
Jnanesh, Prema
Yes,
H.
sir.
Sir, Mohammed Raza.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Muhammad Raza.
Sir,
Dhanush, okay. Next, anybody else?
Sir, Hemant KS.
Hemant KS, okay. Next,
HC Nutan. Sir, Naya Sharif.
Nayaz Sharif, okay. Next,
HC Nutan.
Nutan, okay. Anybody else? Now, I stop at this stage. I will continue in the next class.